Hello and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local time from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major headlines for this broadcast. Seminar on addictive substances to students. Sports competition of Defense Force concludes. North Korean leader calls for improving military capabilities. Russia warns Tomahawk missile supply to Ukraine and that would destroy Russia-US relationship. Welcome to your domestic in brief. The Medical Doctors Association of Eritrea, in collaboration with the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, conducted a seminar on addictive substances for students in the central region on October 4th. Noting the significance of the seminar, Mr. Saleh Ahmeddin, chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, called on participants to fully understand the issue raised during the seminar and share the knowledge they have gained with their peers. Dr. Ms. Mai Gabrihiwet, president of the Medical Doctors Association, indicated that the association, in collaboration with various ministries, has been taking initiative to provide professional educational seminars and that this seminar is part of those efforts. The seminar covered the meaning of addictive substances, types of harmful addictions, negative consequences of addictions, control mechanisms, as well as the preventative measures that youth should take, among others. According to the briefings provided, tobacco contains over 7,000 chemical agents and about 8 million people die each year due to tobacco consumption. The presenters urged youth to refrain from using addictive substances and to safeguard their health. Participants on their part stated that the seminar contributed to enhancing their understanding of addictive substances and their health consequences, and they called for the sustainability of such educational programs in the future. The 16th sport competitions of Eritrean Defense Force, which had been underway since the 1st of September in Keren, concluded on 4th of this October yesterday. The competitions included 7 types of sports such as football, basketball, volleyball, and athletics, featuring both male and female participants. Benefer Club emerged as the overall winner of the competition. Outstanding players and exemplary coaches were awarded by various dignitaries. The closing ceremony, however, was attended by Mrs. Askalu Menkarios, Minister of Tourism, Major General Asmarom Gebresgavir, Deputy Chief of the Staff of Logistics of the Ministry of Defense, Brigadier General Takhla Lipsu, Commander of the Popular Force, Army commanders, and invited guests. Stay tuned for more on your Global up next. And on your news on the international line, the top leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea on Saturday called for steadily improving the country's military capabilities in response to national security threats at the opening ceremony of the military hardware exhibition. In his speech at Defense Development 2025, Kim Jong-un, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea and President of the State Affairs of the DPRK, said that the exhibition features the recent results of the important projects aimed at modernizing the structure of the country's military capability with nuclear deterrent as its backbone. The official Korean Central News Agency reported on Saturday that he stressed the country must never allow its progress in defense capabilities to slow down. In quote, our military capability should be improved steadily. The various kinds of exercises conducted by the United States under so-called nuclear operations guidelines posed a real and serious threat to the security of their country and other in the region, Kim further said. The DPRK is closely watching the U.S. deployment of its means of strategic strikes and reconnaissance in and around the Korean Peninsula in their mobilization for hostile military acts, he further reported, adding that the country has adopted clear measures. On your final of all reports, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that if the United States supplied Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine for long-range strikes deep into Russia, then it would lead to the destruction of Moscow's relationship with Washington. In an additional report, Putin said that this will lead to the destruction of our relations, or at least the positive trends that have emerged in these relations, end quote. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance said last month that Washington has considering a Ukrainian request to obtain long-range Tomahawks that could strike deep into Russia, including Moscow, that though it is nuclear, it's nuclear if a final decision has been made. Tomahawk's cruise missile have a range of 2,500 kilometers, 1,550 miles, which means that if Ukraine got the missiles, then the Kremlin and all European Russia would be within a target. Putin on Thursday, however, said that it was impossible to use Tomahawks without the direct participation of U.S. military personnel, and so any supply of such missiles to Ukraine would trigger a quantitatively new stage of escalations. Dear viewers, a recap of your today's major headlines up ahead. Seminar on addictive substances to students as your primary domestic. Sports competitions of Defense Force concludes today in Karen. North Korea calls for improving military capabilities. Russia warns the use of Tomahawk missiles to supply Ukraine would shake relationship with Washington. From me and the broadcasting staff here on ERi-TV, that is all for now. Thanks for watching.